What's up, guys? Zan for the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to show you guys how to completely dominate the Big Dime 146 DB Sting 2 Buzz out of a very glitchy auto motion play. But before we do that, guys, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to watch me play Madden 20 live, you guys can check me out on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Zan Madden. The link is in the description below. And I do have exclusive subscriber-only content for my Twitch Prime and Tier 1 subscribers. My Tier 2 subscribers will receive my Washington Redskins Hot Route Master offense on top of those sub tips that go out every single Friday. Okay, guys, let's get into today's video. We're going to show you guys how to attack the Big Dime 146 or any cover 2 blitz in the game that has a soft squat zone on the outside. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to take a look. This is the Arizona Cardinals playbook, but you can run any type of play that has essentially an auto motion of a running back on a bubble screen to one side of the field or the other. So we're going to go ahead and show this to you here. This is going to be gun slot offset RPO read bubble. Now, what we're going to do on the defensive side of the ball is we are going to choose, your typical cover 2 blitz, like your Big Dime 146 DB Sting 2 Buzz. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to notice that with this play, this is an RPO. You have a read man with an R over his head, and you have a pass man with a P over his head. Now, typically speaking, when you are in a cover 2 blitz, that player that has the P icon over his head will blitz. Now, in this case, that's the outside corner. So what ends up happening with this is you're just going to make a simple read. If that guy blitzes, you throw the ball out wide to that right bumper receiver, and all of a sudden you're blocking the safety. You could potentially pick up an easy one-play score against a heavy cover 2 blitz. So let's go ahead and show you what I mean here. If you were to run this play, you go ahead and move this ball back. This is a tip that I've done before this year, but not here on the brand new channel. So I wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. This is more of a concept. Although if you guys want to run the Arizona Cardinals book, this is something you can do. But you guys have all seen the Big Dime 146 where they, basically stack the corners on the edge and they try to bring, a safety down in the box. Maybe they'll do something like this, walk their safeties down like so, and then maybe they use it right here, right? Well, what that does is that puts them in a spot where you can pretty easily manipulate that soft squat zone. So you see right here, you just go ahead and run this. If you see him blitz, throw that ball to the outside, and all of a sudden you're in a spot where you just got to block that safety. If you block that safety and you have a fast enough running back, which David Johnson has lost a step or two, but if you have a fast enough running back, that's a house call. So pretty easy to do. Now, another thing I do want to talk about here that you can do to manipulate soft squat zones, especially if they're getting this guy down in the box, they're going to start to key in on the auto motion. So you'll see a lot of players that will kind of key in on auto motion and they'll start to kind of run out there with their user. So if you want to manipulate that soft squat zone without pulling the user out of this spot on the field, what you can actually do, provided you get enough time, is check out to a pass play, max protect, put the outside receiver on a fade, and put the running back on a block and release route. So we put him on a check and release route. And what that's going to do is it's going to put a C icon on the field. Now, ideally, you want to make sure that you're putting the C icon over the head of the edge rusher, which is this player. I can get the icon on him, Hairston. So go ahead and mess around with your slide protections. See if you can shift your line to the right to make sure that it goes over his head. That way, if he blitzes, that player will stay in. Kenyon Drake will stay in to block him. And then what ends up happening is when they user this free safety in center field, what ends up happening is they're going to see that there's nobody out there running a route, and that's going to allow them to cheat over to the right side. Typically speaking, if there's a vertical route, a soft squat zone will take the outside receiver vertically. But because there is a check and release route to that running back, provided that you get time on this play, you're going to be able to actually throw the streak. So obviously your pass protection has to be in order here. There's no play in the game that's immune to a block shed every now and then, but you should see here that he drops him off, and now you just lob it back over the top. Right there, that wasn't the best throw in the world, but you see how that could potentially be a one-play score for you. So these are two ways that you can actually load up and manipulate the soft squats out of this particular formation. But again, if you're catching them in this heavy blitz meta where they're really loading up to blitz, these basic RPO swing screens are really solid that you can run. Now, it is a little bit tougher from time to time to actually hand the ball off on this They did take efforts to try to make the big dime 146 not stop the inside zone handoffs, but you see right there from a number standpoint, it could be a little bit tricky to actually hand the ball off to the guy. Now there is a counter on defense. I would go ahead and just put this out there without showing you guys how to make it so the guy didn't blitz. But what they're going to end up having to do to counter this is put that outside player into an outside quarter zone. If you put him into an outside quarter zone, he'll drop into coverage. He's not going to blitz. So what you'll see here is that while he's still the read man, he should drop off the ball. Sorry if you guys are hearing a jet in the background. That way, when you throw the ball out wide, it's still one guy that you have to block. And you see right there, he doesn't actually block him in the outside quarter. So if you're actually facing somebody who runs this against you, that is a simple counter. Is just put the outside DB in a quarter zone. Pretty easy to, basically counter that auto motion after once or twice of seeing it. So, but obviously now you're playing the chess match of, okay, well, now they're countering the auto motion. I know that they're putting the outside guy into a quarter zone. Maybe you check out and you run a curl route, for instance. So now you're in a spot where, you run a curl route, and now on the outside, what you end up doing is you just throw your little curl route. Now right there, you saw the running back actually left us out to dry. That's one of the drawbacks to check and release from time to time. But you could also hard block as well. You could use the check and release to kind of give you information of who the running back is going to target. And once you find out that that's the guy that you want to target, so for instance, in the last example, he left us out to dry. He was targeting the correct guy, but it's over the safety here. We shift our line to the right. It puts it on the center, or it puts the C over the edge player. Now just go ahead and hard block Drake. That way he'll continue to block his man. And that's going to allow you to throw your curl route. You see right there. Now all of a sudden you're playing that chess match of, okay, if you want to play a soft squat, I'm going to make him, commit to the RPO. If you're going to play an outside quarter, I'm just going to throw my hitches on the outside or my hooks on the outside. And then you also have ways to manipulate the soft squat zone if your opponent is trying to play the soft squats and more or less manually user the auto motion. So you can bomb them down the sideline, you can hitch them on the sideline, or you can throw the RPOs for big plays. Again, guys, this is conceptual. You don't have to run the Cardinals playbook. There are other books in the game that do have similar RPOs. So take a look at your playbook, see if you've got any RPOs that put the P icon, the pass man, on the outside corner, because this is really great against your cover two blitzes. We'll go ahead and round this out by showing you that this isn't just a big dime 146 tip. This is something that can apply to pretty much any cover two blitz in the game. So if I were to call nickel normal and try the same thing here, you're going to see the same results. So RPO read bubble. And when we run this here, there's your play. Read man is still, or your pass man rather, is still the outside player. And if it's a cover two blitz, you should expect him to rush off that edge. You throw the ball out wide. All of a sudden, you just got to get, beat one guy, make a guy miss with one ball carrier move, one spin move, one human joystick to be off to the races. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with our next upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab, and good luck.